Hey Baker, welcome back. This is the segment where I get a chance just to talk to you and just to let you know what's on my mind and what's on my heart and to talk about some of the hard things that's going on for us and what we can look forward to in the future. Let's talk a little bit about the hurricane season that's coming up, talk about flooding and what we're doing to kind of deter the impact of what we can't foresee in the future. One of the goals that we have is to make sure, and we've talked about this, that all the ditches and all the ditches where the natural water, the natural flow of the water flows out of the city is clean. And we're working hard on that to make sure that those ditches flow and to make sure that we don't have any blockage of water when that water continued to flow out of the city. Now, on the last big rain that we had 10 trees to fall. 5 of them fell on houses, but the water was flowing out of the city, which was a good thing for us. But we're sorry that we had trees that fell on houses and cars, and that's why we ended up with all the trash that we have there. But we are focused on the water flowing out of the system. We are coordinating for our shelter. If we ever need the shelter again, we're coordinating that. We're working on our EOC to make sure that the lines are open, that people can call through if they have emergencies other than 911. We got all that set up for this season and any disaster that comes. And you know, we've had ice storms, we've had all kind of storms. But just to let you know, you can feel at ease that we are working, and we are working with the city of Baton Rouge to make sure that when the water flows out of Baker, that their drainages are wide open, that the water can flow. It needs to go where it needs to go. I want to talk a little bit about the budget, if I can. The budget was adopted by charter on June 15th. It was a good budget, and remember that when I provide a budget and when we do a budget, it's just a guest list, and that's what the budget is, based on what we're trying to do in the city and where we're trying to go. In that budget was raises for fire and police and 2% cost of living raises. We need to do that so we continue to build up our workforce. And this was like a 3-year plan where we're going to be able to raise our starting salaries from where they are now up $3 across the board for all city of Baker departments, to be able to get good quality people here and to keep good people here. It was a hard deal, but because of the people that we have in finance and our human resource people working together, we were able to do this and get this budget going on. That's been my main focus, to continue to build up the workforce, get good quality people so we can support the city the way that we need to support it. When it comes to our utilities, we're working hard right now on the maintenance of our utilities, our water and sewage lines. I know a lot of you got a lot of questions and things that you need answered on that, but I will be sending out a letter in the next couple of weeks, which will be describing things that we need to do to make sure that our drinking water are safe, and to make sure that you guys understand the maintenance costs of what's going on in the city as we continue that I try to give you to serve your legitimate needs, which is water, provide water and sewage and all those things that we need to provide for you. I'll be sending out that letter to every user in the city of Baker, and you'll have an opportunity to call me back or to set up a time to come in where you'll be able to sit down and talk to me about how you feel about that, okay? And I know that we talk about being a servant, but I'm a servant with leadership. And because here every day, I'm trying to provide the best leadership that you can have to make sure that this city is flowing, is running well now, and that it will be running well far into the future, okay? So that's what we got going on. One of the other goals that I have going into the future is homeowners, that we take most of the people that's renting in the city of Baker right now, that we turn them into homeowners. Is because it's a great thing for us, because we don't want other people outside of our city dictating what's going on in the city. And that means that we have a lot of people coming in here buying a lot of land, and then they're renting the property out. They don't live here, and that's fine. I can understand people that have property, they're investing in the city, but we want that to be about 20 to 30%. We want 70% of the city to be homeowners. So that's why the homeowners thing that we're having this weekend, on Saturday, which when you see this, it'll be done. But that's why we're doing those type of things, so we can bring knowledge and understanding on how to buy a house, how to retain a house, how to get finance for a house. And I want you to have that mindset that if we're gonna live in Baker, we're gonna be homeowners, and we're gonna and when you become a homeowners, you invest in your city. You invest in the growth of your city. The more homeowners that we have, the better off we are. So keep that mindset when you come to Baker. If you're here and you're renting, always look for an opportunity to buy your house. Always look for an opportunity to buy your home and set up here for your kids so you can leave something for them. And that's the mentality. And anything that we can do to help you from City Hall with information, people who to contact, we will be able to do that. Now, we always talk about bringing businesses to Baker, and we've had some success. We've had a lot of businesses that come through here. I'm working on the issues that we have with certain businesses and customer service. Trust me that I'm working on that. But we need to buy Baker, shop Baker. We need to buy Baker, shop Baker, and make sure that we put our money into our city. And what happens is when other businesses that we want, like a TJ Maxx or restaurants that we want, they look at those numbers. They look how we're spending our money and where we're spending our money. So we need to shop Baker. I try to do it. I'll encourage you to spend your money in Baker. Buy your gas in Baker. Buy your food in Baker. So we can continue to get the restaurants, get the grocery stores, get those type of businesses that you want. Now, doesn't matter who's sitting in that mayor seat. They are going to have the same challenges that I have every day. But because of my faith in God and the faith and the vision that God has shown me, I'm very, very positive about the future and where we're going. Okay, so if you've been keeping up with this show and watching, just keep on watching, because we got some great things that's going on. We got some great moves. If you want to come by City Hall, we have the State of the City where we'll tell you and give you a view of all the goals and where we're trying to be in the next 12 months. And we're just trying to be a good city. We're trying to take the city to the next level, but we're trying to be a city. We're working hard to be a city that we can be proud of, that we can say that we live in Baker, and that when people talk about our city, you can let them know, don't talk about my city unless you here helping it grow. So I just want you to understand that there's a culture there, that we have to stay together, and remember those 25 that I always talk about. Do not let them divide us. God has brought us together. And we are a great city, and we will always be. Have a good night, and thank you.